Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data World channel. Today I am here with a new video in SQL series that is on groups and roles. We'll be exploring these concepts into this video, so let's get started with the video. So in front of us we are having groups and roles. First of all, we will try to understand that what groups and even the group is any concept into the SQL server or not, because this is the very confusing thing, and if you will go through the articles on the internet you will get confused that what this group and what this role is, and are both of the things different from each other. So let me first make you understand that groups is nothing explicitly created into SQL server. Make a note of it, but we can achieve the same thing with the concept of roles. That means we will create roles, and in that role we will add member, and when many members will be added into that role, that will act as a group. So this particular topic I have named it as group and roles. Why even we are studying this topic as of now? So let me link it back to the previous things. So in first class we have already seen that SQL commands are of 5 categories, into which we are coming up with the DCL command. We have already covered up these 3 commands: grant, revoke and deny. Under that grant, revoke and deny, we are having this advanced concept of this security things. Into security we are having we should know that how this group or roles is created into SQL. For those reasons I am coming up with this video, in which I am already told you that what group is and what role is. I will definitely explain you in more detail. So role is nothing but it is the way to grant a specific permission to user or group of user within the SQL server. Now it is written over there user or group of user. Again, you should not be confused with this particular word, because suppose if you are having a role into which only one member is there, definitely that particular role is going to be for the single user, and if it will be for multiple user, then it will be for a group of user. That's just a linguistic thing, it's not any technical term written over here. Now we will first explore that how to create roles, because there are a few things over there into the roles in which you might get confused, so pay attention over it. So very first thing we are having is creating roles. So creating roles is very simple. Just create role keyword will become and then the role name, whatever role name you want to put, that you can put over here. After that, the important concept that how to add member into that particular role, because role is now created. Now inside that role we should add few members, right? Then only it will be meaningful that we have created the role. For that, what we can do is alter role, and the role name you will provide, and just add member and then username. That's it, the role will be added. And if you want to remove some particular username, or if you want to remove some particular user which should not be having that role, this particular one can be done by only replacing the add keyword with drop. So drop member and then username, that's it. So this is how we can alter our role. After that, why even we are creating this role? The answer is this particular one, that we definitely we will be dealing up with the permissions and all, right? So to deal up with permissions and all, we should be having this grant, revoke and deny thing, which I already shown you right now, and in previous videos also I have covered up that what grant, revoke and deny in detail. Now how we can grant any permission type? What is permission type? You must be aware. Either you can tell it permission type or the privilege. Both are the same thing, because on the internet if you will explore on some particular articles, you will definitely get to know that what, and even you can get confused that what is permission type and what is privilege. So both of these things are same. I have already told you what permissions type we are basically we are having. You can just take a screenshot of it, into which you can just see that select is a permission type, insert is a permission type, update, delete, whatever operations on the database we make. Generally I have just put it down over here into the slide. So this is permission type, and this is only called as privilege. So whatever the privilege you want to give, and if you want to give, just you can go ahead with the keyword grant and whatever permission type you want to put or the privilege, to the role name, whatever role name you have created. Then only this particular user will be having that particular permission. If suppose you are giving select or if you are giving alter, those permissions will be assigned to that particular user. And if will be multiple users inside this role name, definitely, because we are adding the member, right, we can add multiple members, right? So all those members will be having then those permission which we will grant here. And if you are aware, then I have also covered up that how we can put it on the chunk of objects. The chunk of object, how it can be covered with through the schema, right? So schema, on a schema we can put, or the database level. So this schema is widely used, into which we give the permission, grant permission type, any permission if you want to give on the schema. If you are not aware what the schema is, you can just check out my that video in which I have already covered up in detail and in very simple language that what a schema is and how we can deal up with all the schema, how this schema is beneficial. Everything I have covered up in the detail. So that's it. So you need to do it, grant permission type on a schema, and then the schema name you need to put to the principal name. Now principal name is nothing but the role name. The role name will come this role name. So instead it might put you into the confusion. What I will do, just to the instead of principal name I will put it as role name. You will not now confuse, because again, if you want to deny the permission, you must be aware that directly opposite of grant is deny. We will just deny the permission type, whatever permission type we have given it, on the role name, whatever it is. Similarly for the schema. And revoke, if suppose some particular permission, because it might happen that some particular there are multiple permissions you have provided it into the that particular user or something like that. So definitely you can revoke those as well. So the revoke command will go like this. After that, at last we need to drop the role. Then we will use the command drop role and then role name. I will just showcase you few of the things by executing it. Even most probably if you will go ahead with executing all these things, definitely you will get better understanding that how each of the things is reacting. But let me show you that how it can be executed on the SSMS. So for that, what I have done is, we are having this particular SSMS, into which you can see that we are having this server. This server is right now logged in with the admin credential. Into that we are having databases. In databases we are having one database, that is DB1. Inside DB1 we are having several tables, one with a schema DBO and another with a schema SCM Gaurav_user. And there are 4 tables in front of us, right? And after that, what I will show you in security. In security, you can see that we are having multiple users as well, that is Gaurav_user, Gaurav_user2, right? I have just put up few of the users pre-created. If you want to know how to create the users, definitely check out that video also, so that you can get to know that how user and the login work actually. So what I will do is, I will just create a role in front of you, because into this role you can't find any rows, right? See, and one more point to be noted, that in roles we are having a database level role. That means these roles here are, what I will do is, I will delete it manually right now, since it has already been deleted. Actually I was executing this before, that's why it is showing you. Now it's vanished, right? So these roles we are not defining it. These are some roles which are DB access admin, DB backup operator. All these roles has been pre-created by the SQL server itself. That means it's a configurational roles which has been pre-created, which you can use. It is ready to use. You can use it, go ahead. So you need not to provide specifically the permission type over these roles. You can just go ahead with using these particular pre-built roles. So these roles you can definitely find out into the documentation or articles. So I'm not just going through these roles right now. I will just create my own role, that is create role A. The role A is now created. If we will refresh the database roles, you can see that role A has been created. Now this role A is right now empty. Now what you need to do is you need to add few members to that role. So Gaurav user has been added. If you want to add Gaurav user 2 as well, definitely you can add again, alter row, role A, add member Gaurav user 2, right? This will be added, correct? Now if you want to grant some permission, that means you want to grant some privilege on the either on schema or on the, you may say, the specific role itself. So either you can put it via schema. If you want to grant some access to on the particular schema, you can go ahead with this particular command. That means you will be having this identifier, and this particular one, this is used for grant and then whatever permission type you want to give to the role name. This is the generic one with which is suppose we are going ahead. So grant select to role A. That means you are telling that in role A, whatever members are there, those people will be able to select the things available into the database DB1. That's what we are telling over here. And if we want to deny it, we can deny it. Again, these are the concept of grant, deny and revoke. You can explore those out from that video which I have already covered. Since the video will go long, I will cover up those then. And then at last, if suppose you want to drop some particular role, definitely you can drop this role by this particular command. It is telling you the role has members. So roles will definitely not be deleted for security purpose until and unless that role will be empty. So what you need to do, you need to first alter the role A and drop the first member, then you need to drop the second member, execute it, all the members has been dropped. Now what you need to do is drop role A, that's it. That will be deleted. The role will be deleted from the database. So this is how we can manipulate through the roles, and you can definitely go ahead with demonstration of each of the things, or you can verify each of the things that if we are granting select operation on role A, then if it is getting granted on Gaurav user 2 or not. Like that you can play around with the permutation combination of each of the scenarios, whatever it comes to your mind. So this was whole about the video. If you found anything confusion into this video, let me know into the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching out the videos, and stay tuned to the channel. I will come up with some other topic in the next video, so stay tuned to the channel. Thanks again.